Hello there out there in YouTube land, and thank you for joining me today at Answers About Alzheimer's for another fun episode learning about dementia. First, I want to say a quick thank you for all of you who checked out the new website and gave me feedback. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do. I would love, love, love your feedback and to hear from you. The reviews are quite good. And I have to admit, I really worked my butt off on that. So I would love for you to go check out the website. I'll tell you later what the address is. It's down in the link below. My name is Debra Costu, and if you're new here, we want to say thank you for joining us. And we hope that you get a lot out of these videos because they're really done with a lot of purpose. Today, I'm going to talk about relieving the burden of suffering for the person with dementia because that's our job. Our job as the caregiver or our job in the senior living community or the memory care is to relieve the burden of suffering for the person with dementia. And I can't tell you enough that that does not happen. It doesn't. We don't know how to best do that. And that's why this channel was created, was because we need tips, we need help, we need encouragement, we need to do better. And the only way we can do better is by learning. And we have to learn how to relieve the burden of suffering for a person with dementia because they can't do it on their own. They can't choose to be better or do better or change their actions or change their words or change their behaviors. They can't choose to do that. So we as the caregivers, we have to learn how to do that and how to help them. And I can show you how to do it. Are you ready? So it's not going to all happen today for sure in 10 minutes, but by watching the videos, you can get there. I guarantee it. So my story is that I've lived dementia. I've lived it personally with my own mother, and I've lived it professionally in my career. So I've seen both sides of it, right? I've owned a home care agency where I had up to 100 caregivers. And many of our clients obviously had dementia. So over the past 15 years, I've done my own case studies and we've tried different techniques that I learned over the years. And I learned which ones worked, which ones didn't, how to enhance them. And boy, did I do some enhancing. Let me just tell you. My caregivers would have my personal cell phone number. They could call me day or night, weekend, holiday, didn't matter. If they were struggling with a client with dementia, they could get immediate one-on-one tips. And I could even hear them oftentimes on the phone. And I'm like, no, you said it wrong. You didn't say what I told you to say. So the experience and the knowledge that I have to offer you is bar none. And I can't tell you how much I love to share these techniques because I've been there and I know how hard it is. So I want to help you to help them because the more they're suffering, the more we're suffering, right? That is so true. Is that a DBT for you? Is that a dementia breakthrough? Type DBT down in the chat. So as the caregiver, as the family member, as the professional in a memory care, assisted living, independent living, rehab, nursing home, we are responsible. We're the ones who are responsible for easing their burden. We are responsible for their behaviors. I know a lot of you out there, you're shaking your head. You're like, nuh-uh, it's not my fault. It's the way we react. It's the way that we talk. It's the things that we say. We don't do it intentionally. I can take any situation that you tell me, if you tell me like word for word, exactly step by step, and I usually have a lot of follow-up questions, but I can pinpoint the exact moment. Oh, that's where it went wrong. Oh, that's what you said that pissed them off. Oh, that was when you made them feel like shit. So I can pinpoint that every time. So, but this is the kind of stuff that takes a little practice, right? It's not hard. It's not hard, but you need the skills and you need to develop them. You have to practice them. You have to try them out. You have to rehearse them. So, although it's not hard, sometimes it's not natural, right? So, it can take a little bit of helping out. So, um, again, thanks for checking out the new website. I hope that those of you who have not checked it out, you do check it out. Those of you who have not subscribed, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so close to my next goal. So please, please, please find it in your heart to subscribe. Another thing that is available on the website that is brand new is my new ebook, which is the Dementia Starter Kit. It's a very cool little ebook. I think it's how many pages long is it? I don't remember. I want to say around 40 pages maybe. But this is a download book that you can get only from the website. It's not available in stores. My other book is in stores. This is only at the website. So it's $9.99. It's a great, great, great starter. It has great communication behaviors. We talk about all different kinds of things in the Dementia Starter Kit. So go to the website, check that out. And so when we talk about relieving the burden of suffering, so there's many different ways that we can achieve that. The very first way is that so many times unintentionally, I hope unintentionally, we are actually knocking the person with dementia down. We are hacking away at their self-esteem. We are belittling them. We are, hopefully unintentionally, but we are making them feel stupid. We are making them feel stupid. We have the power to make a person with dementia feel bad about themselves, or we have the option to make them feel good. That's up to us, and we can do it. We can build their self-esteem. We can boost their mood and how they're feeling. We have that power. So again, they can't control any of that, right? They can't change their mindset. They can't call a friend and get some advice to make them feel better or talk themselves out of something. They can't self-soothe, right? So it's up to us. So the way that we do that is through communication techniques. But communication techniques are different when you're working with a person with dementia. Because believe it or not, only 7% of communication gets through our words. It's very low. So it's more our body language, our facial expressions. It's how we touch the person. Because I'll tell you, if you just go up to someone with dementia, you don't even have to say anything. You put your nice warm hand on their back or their shoulder and you just start gently rubbing it. I'm telling you, they're going to instantly know that you are a caring, loving person and that your intentions are good, right? You can hold their hand. You don't even have to say anything. You can just stroke their hand. And that will let them know that you are a caring individual. You're going to diffuse behaviors just by doing that. So, comforting, I have a whole video on comforting, which I highly recommend that you take some time to watch that. But the way that we comfort someone, it has to be genuine, right? And you can fake it. I mean, with dementia, you should be faking a lot, right? Unless you're a saint, and no one is a saint. So we have to do a lot of faking. We have to put our actress face on. Who out there wants to be an actress? Yeah, I know you do. Everybody has always wished to be a famous actor or actress. Well, guess what? When you're working with a person with dementia, here's your chance, right? You could be Meryl Streep. God, I hope all of you aren't too young to know Meryl Streep. But we as the caregiver, again, we're in charge of that person's burden. We're in charge of whether or not we decide whether or not that person has a good day or a bad day. It's up to us if this person spends the rest of their dying last days in a happy place or a miserable hole of hell. It's up to us. It's up to us to make these decisions. And I know a lot of you are thinking, this is too hard. I can't. They're out of control. But I'm telling you, actually, I guarantee you can do it with not that hell of a lot of effort. You just need the skills. It's kind of like your general practitioner family doctor, and you tell him to go perform heart surgery. How's that going to work out? You can't ask a doctor. He has a medical degree. He's a doctor. But can he perform heart surgery? No, not without skills and training. So how can you, as a caregiver, provide care without training to someone with brain damage? They have brain damage. It blows my mind how many people in this country, in this world, because this is a global thing I'm doing. I am after the world for global dementia training. It blows my mind how many people are caregiving who just don't know what they're doing. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. How could you don't know what you don't know? So that's why you're here, right? That's why you're at these YouTube videos. And YouTube videos are great, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. You're not going to get all the skills that you need from here. So there's the new ebook. Great. There's my real book available on Amazon, Forget Me Not. That's a winner. Wow, is that a winner? So happy you guys love that. And then I have some compact courses on my website as well. And I know I told you guys that after the website was done, which it is, I remember telling you that I was going to raise the price back up to $49.99, but I didn't. I decided to keep it at $39.95. So you're welcome. So there's currently 3 compact courses on there about communication, which is what I'm really talking about today. And it is vital that you learn how to better communicate with your person who is suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia. Because again, if they're suffering, we're the ones that are going to suffer too. So if we create a great environment for them, a great experience for them, a loving, happy place for them, then our place becomes happy as well. True? True. Absolutely true. So we have the power to make that person with dementia feel powerless, or we can help them to feel like they're in control. And again, it's not as hard as you think. So the first thing is we need to listen. We need to be listening to them. We need to feel what they're feeling. And that's hard. So in my course, we go through how a person with dementia, what they're experiencing, what they're seeing, what they're hearing, what they're feeling, what their emotions are, what they're going through. And I'm telling you, a lot of my students really have an emotional time with that. It's very, very groundbreaking. It's very eye-opening. It will help with your compassion. So listening to them and asking them questions, right? Are you worried about something? Encouraging them that they're safe. Letting them know that you have their back, rather than saying, oh, you can't do that. You're not allowed. You're not supposed to. I already told you. Knocking them down, knocking them down, knocking them down. Stop it. Are you worried about something? Can I help with something? What are you looking for? What are you searching for? Let me help. Right? We're listening. We're asking questions. We're letting them know that we hear them. How do you feel when you know that someone is paying attention to what you're saying when you're upset? If you're upset about something and someone genuinely is saying, tell me more, lay it on me, I'm here, how does that make you feel? It makes you feel better, doesn't it? But if you're upset and somebody comes at you and they blow you off, oh, you know what, there's so many more bigger problems in the world, or what are you getting upset about that for? Or, oh, that's not a big deal. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel even more angry, right? Because you're not being heard. You're not being listened to. You're not being appreciated. There are so many ways that we can easily turn these situations around. And I can teach you how. This is just the beginning of the journey. YouTube is just the beginning. You can't get all those open heart surgery skills. You can be a doctor, right? You can be a family doctor, but you can't perform open heart surgery. So let me help you learn how to master dementia. Let me teach you how to be smarter than dementia. You can go to my website. You can learn more about my course. If you click on any of the 4 boxes, it'll take you to that page. You can scroll down and there's an entire list of everything that's available that we go over in the course. I guarantee you can't find this anywhere else. The amount of the things that we cover in this course, A to Z, anything you need, anything you have a question on, it's in there. There's nothing left out of this course. It's 4 days long and it's 5 to 6 hours each day. This is an intense course. It's amazing. If you want to up your game, if you want to ask for a raise, if you want to have peace in your home, this is where you need to be. So that's all I've got for you today. Our job is to relieve the burden of suffering for the person with dementia. Please subscribe. Please comment often. Share this channel with your friends. So many people need to know that this channel exists. Share it on your own pages. I would super duper appreciate it. And so will someone else who really needs to see it. So I'm Debra Costu, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And come back soon. Come back often. And I'll see you next time. Together we can.